Welcome back to Eyes Open Media, and welcome to World News. It's kind of late, but it is a Saturday, so it's not really late. It's 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and there is a game on right now. It's Arizona Cardinals versus the Green Bay Packers in divisional playoffs. All right, so Green Bay is down 7-6 right now to Arizona. New England Patriots did win their game 27-20 over the Kansas City Chiefs, stopping their. Kansas City was on like a 10-game winning streak or a 12-game winning streak or something like that, and they got stopped. Okay, so tomorrow's games will be Denver versus Pittsburgh and Seattle versus Carolina Panthers. So that's going to be two more great games tomorrow for the playoffs if you missed the ones today. Well, there's one on right now. It's at halftime. So if you can go over there and watch it, go ahead and do it. All right. So let's see here. Let's move on from sports and let's go to the big news of the day. Implementation Day happened today. It was amazing. We caught it like about 5 days ago. We said it was going to happen this weekend. We were one of the first people to break it, and it's something that we enjoy doing, getting information and intel quickly. And when we first started, we thought it was going to be the third week of January. Okay. And then we will see oil prices go up on the fourth week of January. Well, they decided to do it a week early, okay? They decided to do it on the 16th of January, okay? So 1 week earlier, that's fine with us. We did see it on about Monday, and we said, look, it's coming this weekend. They're going to do it this weekend. So we did get the intel on that. So that's pretty cool. All right. So Iran sanctions lifted as nuclear deal implemented. U.S. hostage also freed, and it was like a swap. They did some type of swap. Not sure too many details on the swap. Maybe 5 person for 7 people or something like that. I can't remember, but I know a pastor was part of it and some other people. Kind of sad that it takes that to, for Iran to come off sanctions to swap, to free prisoners. But it is what it is. Same thing in America, though, too. If you got their prisoners, it takes a type of nuclear deal to swap. And so it is what it is. Let's see what else is happening here. It says, how QE crushes the real economy and why the secular low in Treasury yields lies ahead. Okay, it says, but the economic fact of 2015 displayed no impact from these massive government experiments. Yeah, the government wastes a lot of money on purpose. I don't know why. They do experiments on a whole lot of things in labs. They waste money on the markets and everything else. I mean, they even banks, when you deposit your money, they immediately take it and invest it in other things and you have no clue what they're investing it in. I mean, I don't get it. Why not be secure? Why not do things the right way? They don't want to. And that's a problem, but it is what it is. Let's see what else is going on here. CNN reassures investors, don't panic. America's economy is still in good shape. Oh my goodness. The lies continue, right? For you guys that know about the American economy and that, it was propped up by fake money, printing of money, millions and billions and trillions of dollars just printed, through the Obama campaign. And that's what's been propping up. That's what made the market go all the way up, to make Obama look good, to make everybody in the Democratic Party look good. And now it's going to come crashing down because they can't keep it propped up. Okay, it takes a lot of work to keep that stuff propped up, man, and that's why it's coming down fast. So let's see here. How the investment grade dominoes will fall, USB explains. It says this is an ugly sector. This is an ugly specter that the high grade markets would need to face in future years. Yeah, well, It is what it is. It's coming to a crash here. It looks like, but I don't know. I think they're gonna be. I think they'll be able to save it. Hopefully, maybe it can go down to 13,000. I don't think it shouldn't go any lower than that, and then maybe we'll see a reversal back to 20,000. Okay, so we don't know. We'll see. I think it's too early for any type of market crash right now. It's going through a big correction right now, but I don't. It shouldn't crash yet though. The deflation monster has arrived. Oh, wow. The world's grand experiment with debt has come to an end, and it's now unraveling. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely crazy what's going on around the world with debt. Everybody has debt. You know, that's why we pray to be debt free all the time. You know, you want to be debt free and make right choices in life. You know, and not put yourself in debt. I mean, you can have a little debt if you want to, like swiping your credit card and then paying it off because you know you have money to pay it off. You know what I mean? That's something different. But having a lot of just debt after debt after debt, that's not good. So we want to free ourselves from debt. And I pray that God frees us from debt by all the things that we're invested in and all the things that are coming to us as well, and other means as well. Sending people to us to help us out, especially like my channel and stuff. Sending people to Fan Fund, sending people to support the channel, and for you guys, your work, your boss giving you raises, and other family members and friends, and maybe you have a secret inheritance that can come out of the blue works. You know what I mean? So. And that can pay off your debt. So that's what we need, and things like that are really good to help us get out of debt and then teach us the right ways. Okay, let's see here. A video message expresses Rouhani's congratulations on sanctions removal. Okay. A commentator says sanctions removal to impose short-term psychological effects on Iran's economy. Okay, Obama, U.S. lifts economic sanctions against Iran. Okay, world's response to implementation of Iran historic nuclear deal. Yeah, many world leaders and politicians all were on Twitter, especially Twitter. I was looking at the live feed on Twitter, so it was coming in every second all around the world of who was talking and all the things that were going on for implementation day. So I caught it early. I caught a lot of things early when they freed the prisoners and when they actually announced implementation day. Also, my team hit me up right away as well with that. So that was a good day. Implementation days came and it was everything we all thought it was going to be. It was freeing prisoners and implementing and lifting all sanctions on Iraq and people all around the world. Either saying this is horrible or this is great. So, it was 50-50 all around. The world and all the politicians and leaders all around the world, they understand what's about to happen in these end times, and some of them like it, some of them don't like it. Depends on how you are and how you live. Okay, so let's see here. It says Iraq declining reserves of gold and occupation, 37th place globally. So Iraq is falling with their gold reserves. It's unbelievable. They just falling and falling and falling with the reserves and now their gold reserves. They're now in 37th place in the world. They're too rich to be at 37. It says no ground task for American soldiers in Iraq. Okay, so what are they doing? Okay, so they're saying that there's no ground forces needed, that they're going to use the Peshmergas, and the Iraqi forces to take out ISIS and Daesh in the key areas. Okay, so that's no surprise at all. Abadi doesn't want U.S. forces in there anyways. Andy Reid, the Kansas City Chiefs coach, who they lost today against the Patriots, gets his challenge flag taken from him. Oh my! Out of his pocket. Was that during the game? That's kind of weird. Who took it? That would be crazy. Oh man, imagine Andy Reid trying to grab a challenge flag to challenge a play, and it's not even in his pocket. Somebody stole it from him. Oh man, Heather McDonald says that comedian. She says that she lived in fear while working on Chelsea Lately talk show. Wow. Hollywood, man, I'm telling you, these people, see, and here's the thing. It's like when I talk about Hollywood and when I talk about people in Hollywood, people get really upset and defensive. But it's sad what these people go through. It's sad these people are being used. It's sad that these people are being mind controlled and brainwashed and cloned and all types of things in Hollywood. That's not cool, man. You got a lot of people idolize these people, man, and they're living and these people want out so bad. A lot of them do. They can't. They sign the contract. They sign their souls away as well, and it's sad, man. It's sad. Look, she's living in fear while working on the Chelsea Lately show, and no one knew it except for her. You see, and everybody thinks Chelsea Lately's a god or a comedian god, and they idolize her. But look, you got people that work on the show living in fear because Hollywood is just evil, and that's just. And so while we pray for them, and we get made fun of, because people don't understand that what these people are actually going through. All they see is the glamour and fame and them on TV, and they think nothing is wrong. But man, underneath that, man, a lot of these people are hurting. A lot of people are scared. A lot of these people are going through a lot of problems in their lives. Okay, especially a lot of them can't sleep at night because they're being tortured in their dreams, and they have a lot of nightmares. So that's why I don't idolize these people. We pray for them. Okay, Lil Wayne walks off stage during a fashion show in Milan. So he's over there in Milan. I don't even know where Milan is at. Is that in Europe or is that somewhere else? I don't know. Milan. Where's that at? I know the place, but I don't know where it's at. Okay, so he walks off of Philippine's fashion show. He must be some type of famous fashion designer or something. And Lil Wayne, was Lil Wayne performing or something, and people didn't like it, and he walked off the stage, or was he a model in the I don't know. That's funny. Let's see. Richmond, Virginia. 2 men arrested for alleged support of Islamic State group in Syria. Wow. Boy, oh boy. Your life your life's gotta be very, very, max to the extreme for anybody to even want to be part of that group at all. That is just sad, man. You live in America where you got freedom. Well, freedom is being taken away, but you got a lot more freedom anywhere else, and you want to be part of that. Wow. Anyways, let's see here. Israeli leader Benjamin Yahu says Iran still intent on acquiring nuclear arms despite deal. Of course, we all know that. Israel is probably preparing for war here. They're probably going to be getting ready for war. Same thing with Saudi. They're all going to be getting ready for war because they understand that Iran is not going to listen to anybody. Iran is going to do whatever they want to do now, and they have the power to do that and the wealth back to do that as well. Is there anything else? Okay, the United States dollar. So there's a lawsuit in America that demands the government to remove "In God We Trust" from the U.S. currencies. Wow. So people are going that far, man. People are going that far. Man, you got atheist groups and all types of other groups that are, they want God out of the whole country, like nothing to say God on it. And they wonder why the country's going down the drains. And they don't care. A lot of them don't care at all. So it is what it is. They're fighting it, man. They want God and God we trust out of the currency. You know what I mean? You remember back in the for those that are older and for those who remember the golden age because they watched the older family shows from back in the days, like Good Times and all the other shows that were good, like Growing Pains and things like that. Remember how great America was, and it was in God we trust, and God was also in the school system. Remember how great that was back then? I mean, my goodness, for those that are old, enough to remember that, you know what I mean? You can just look back at those television shows and that time in the 70s and 80s and 60s and how great America, that the golden age of America was. It was just, look at the television programs back then compared to now. Now you got Hell Angels, Satan. you got shows. What's that show that all these people will keep watching now? Just the shows that are just ridiculous and just full with demons on them. But remember the Family Matters and Full House and all those family shows back then that were so Who's the Boss and all. I mean, there was just shows after shows after shows. Blue Chips. I can't remember. Dun, 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 dun. Goodness gracious, there was just so many good shows. I mean, that was America. That was that was the golden age of America. And they destroyed it, okay? They have destroyed it. They don't want us to see that no more. I think Bill Cosby was trying to buy NBC or CBS or something like that, and he wanted to put those type of shows on that network, and they they said, "Well, we're gonna get you," and they did. So they started bringing out all these women all around the world. They don't even matter if you knew Bill Cosby or not. Pretend you know Bill Cosby and say he did something to you. And one of the girls said that Bill Cosby raped her, right? And then they went back to that time, and Bill Cosby was out of the country. and so the girl said, "I'm still going to go to not criminal court, but the other court to get money." So it was basically all about money, first of all. So it wasn't to actually get him in trouble; it was just a civil suit. Okay, so the court said, "Look, he wasn't even in L.A., so how can he have done anything to you on that day?" She said, "Well, okay, whatever, but I'm still going to sue him civilly." And then she made a diss track about Bill Cosby. She went in the studio because she was on the local networks and stuff, and it was getting a lot of shares on social media. So she probably was like, "Let me take advantage of this. Let me make a diss track of Bill Cosby." And see if I can get some money that way. Oh, people with their 15 minutes of fame, I swear. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You can actually go to court and say that this man was there. And then the court said, okay, well, we're looking at his schedule. Bill Cosby wasn't even in the area, wasn't even in the state. And then she's like, well, I'll just sue him civilly. I mean, that's so embarrassing, but it's the world we live in now. It's the world we live in now. So anyways, go ahead and enjoy the rest of the second half of the game. Arizona Cardinals versus the Green Bay Packers. I have no clue who's even winning this game because I had it on, but what happened to it? I have no. Okay, let me see if I can bring it up here. Okay, still 7-6. The third quarter has begun. All right, so Currency 365. I'm powered by Eyes Open Media, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and sharing this channel. Trying to get this channel up to 1,000 and maybe even 5,000 by the end of the year. Okay, that's the goal. 5,000 subscribers. Right now, we're probably around 400 plus. Trying to get it up to 1,000, and then on the way to 5,000. So. Thank you for subscribing and sharing and liking, and thank you guys for fan funding and supporting both channels, Currency 365 and Eyes Open Media, and thank you guys for supporting. All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. When we come back, we'll do more things tomorrow, all right, together. All right, peace.